In today's video, we're diving into the real magic of Japan, the kind that brought some of the world's most famous stars back here again and again. So, why do top global icons keep returning to Japan? Is it the delicious food, the famous sightseeing spots? Well, that's part of it. But what truly moved them was something much deeper, a heart-changing experience that stayed with them for life. What about you? Why do you want to visit Japan? For the food, the scenery, or maybe the anime and games? Well, guess what? The same things that interest you might have pulled them in too. From Tokyo to Kyoto, Nara to Mount Fuji, they visited places rich in tradition, beauty, and meaning. In this video, we'll explore what legends like the Beatles, Queen Elizabeth II, Steve Jobs, and Lady Gaga really felt in Japan, and we'll follow their words to discover the hidden heart of this country. Ready? Let's go! In this video, we'll explore why world-famous artists and leaders were so deeply moved by Japan. For them, it wasn't just about sightseeing. Their journeys were something more, something personal, something unforgettable. So what exactly did they experience? What does the real Japan feel like through their eyes? Let's find out together. Through the places they visited and the words they left behind, we'll uncover the deeper cultural spirit of Japan. Real Japan stories, the Beatles at Budokan. Let's start with the Beatles. In 1966, the world-famous rock band held their very first Japan concert at the Nippon Budokan in Tokyo. At the time, the Budokan was known as a sacred place for martial arts, so the idea of a rock concert there caused a lot of controversy. Many people were against it, but when the Beatles took the stage, they moved an entire generation of young people. It proved that music could cross every border, including cultural ones. Even today, you can join a guided tour of the Budokan and see the exact stage where they performed. The iconic front entrance is still a favorite photo spot for music fans from around the world. And just nearby, the East Gardens of the Imperial Palace offer a unique chance to explore centuries of Japanese history, all in one afternoon. Visitors often say things like, "I didn't even go on stage, but I still got chills." It really felt like standing inside music history. Queen Elizabeth II at Kyoto Imperial Palace. In 1975, Queen Elizabeth II paid an official visit to Japan. One of her key stops was the Kyoto Imperial Palace. She was touched by Japan's culture of hospitality and the graceful architecture that blends so beautifully with nature. She described Japan as a land of tranquility and courtesy. The Queen respectfully embraced Japanese customs, like sitting Seiza style and enjoying traditional kaiseki meals, and her deep appreciation for cultural etiquette left a lasting impression on everyone involved. Today, the Kyoto Imperial Palace is free to visit. With an English audio guide, you can walk the same corridors the Queen once did. The Shishinden Hall, where the afternoon light softly pours in, is said to be one of the places that moved her the most. The garden views from the corridors are especially photogenic, changing with each season, perfect for a quiet, meaningful moment. As one visitor put it, "It wasn't just the buildings, it was the air itself. Peaceful, sacred. I feel like I can almost imagine what the Queen felt when she stood here." Steve Jobs, Zen and the spirit of simplicity. Next up is Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. What he loved most about Japan was Zen philosophy and its deep sense of beauty. He visited Kyoto many times, especially Ginkakuji, the silver pavilion, where he would quietly sit and reflect. This philosophy of less is more deeply influenced Apple's iconic product design. From the iPhone to the Mac, the elegance of simplicity is everywhere. The Zen idea of Q, or the beauty of emptiness, can be felt in Apple's clean spaces and thoughtful white space. If you ever get the chance to visit Ginkakuji, go early in the morning. In the silence, looking over the raked gravel garden, you might just understand what Jobs found there. Especially when the morning light casts shadows on the patterns in the sand. It's a perfect moment to capture the quiet beauty of Zen. Visitors often say, "It was so peaceful, a place where I could really reflect." Now I understand why Jobs kept coming back. Lady Gaga, A Journey of the Heart. Right after the 2011 earthquake and tsunami, when many around the world were avoiding Japan, Lady Gaga came. She said, "Japan is the most beautiful country in the world," and did everything she could to support the people here. Her visit wasn't just for sightseeing, it was a journey of connection and compassion. While in Japan, she sold charity bracelets and donated all the proceeds to help disaster relief. Through social media, she told the world, "Visiting Japan is a way to show your support." That message inspired so many people and changed the way the world looked at Japan. For Gaga, her trip was one of prayer and encouragement. One visitor said, "When I saw what Gaga did, I wanted to come to Japan too. For the first time, I felt like travel could actually help someone." Tom Cruise, in the footsteps of the samurai. After filming The Last Samurai, Tom Cruise returned to Japan again and again. He was especially drawn to places like Himeji Castle and the ancient streets of Kyoto. He once said he was deeply moved by Japan's manners and warmth. During the film, he studied Japanese culture seriously and later shared in an interview, "The samurai spirit and the honesty of the Japanese people are values the modern world still needs." Even in private, he visits Japan often, and every time he arrives, he speaks fluent Japanese to his fans, saying, "Mata kete korarete ureshi." It's not just a visit for him, it's a return to something meaningful. Freddie Mercury, a love for kimono and culture. Freddie Mercury, the legendary lead singer of Queen, absolutely adored Japan. During tours, he would often buy kimono, study the Japanese language, and spend time bonding with local staff. He had a real appreciation for Japanese culture, especially ukiyo-e prints and traditional accessories, many of which became part of his personal collection. People even saw him visiting antique shops during his trips, browsing for treasures with genuine excitement. You could really feel how deeply he connected with Japan. Michael Jackson, inspired by the spirit of Japan. Michael Jackson also visited Japan many times. One of his favorite places? Harajuku. He loved the fashion, the folding paper art of origami, and especially spending time with Japanese children. Some say that elements of Japanese spirit influenced his music and performance style. He was especially impressed by the movements in kabuki and martial arts. In fact, he once said that the Japanese sense of ma, the beauty of timing and stillness, inspired his own sense of rhythm and space in dance. And maybe your journey to Japan might become something like that too. A small but meaningful experience that changes the way you see the world. So, what did you think? Why do so many of the world's top stars keep coming back to Japan? What they found here went far beyond sightseeing. It was a journey that enriched their lives, a chance to reflect and to discover new ways of seeing the world. You too can come experience the real Japan. Through their footsteps, we begin to see a deeper side of this country, one that goes beyond beauty and fun. The stage where the Beatles once stood, the corridor where the Queen walked, the garden where Steve Jobs sat in quiet reflection. When you stand in those same places, maybe you'll feel something too. So, when you visit Japan, what are you hoping to find? A breathtaking view? Or maybe an experience that changes your life, just like it did for them? Visiting the same places as these icons might help you find that special something for yourself. Here on Earth Japan, we'll keep sharing helpful tips and deep cultural stories to make your journey in Japan even more meaningful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. Alright then, see you in the next video. Bye! See you!